Peace FM 104.3. Who to meet Taki?
Atik, any of the issues are before alleged coup plot, nepotism, Parliament approves. Time as so into no you monitor to any uncle.
Anyway, Jama me medical car. Sa alleged coup plotting some no na afi maba nepotism yi ho asem. Chairman, we mu say aban asede say obeboy nyina ho ban. Na if there is any allegation and evidence kra Emma ban the basis to suspect say ebim pese omo destabilize oman aban should take say aban eto ho anamo na onsiano very important. But in the pursuit of a goalie,
yeah,
media ne caution, any circumspection. I say aban kwanya aban efa so yes adi ehu hia. Chairman no many be wo ha yen omanfo no, we don't even need to know what government is doing. But let me say, in recent times, normally be abedidi. Before government could even proceed to court and say, true uncroform survey in the various security agencies. No, I would have expected, say, in handling or more part of this whole issue, nanka abayin bayan wo. In a way, civilians. Nanka yen shada entine bebre. But I'm going to say before government even makes a move, it's already everywhere. Obi enim ni aban beye and all of that. And I'm beginning to get worried. In as much as I was excited, say aban etunhwana mo to stop the possibility of planning being given effect, you know. But let me say, and saying, no man be chairman, a hard drink kakra. Through the way 7 men and women are being, you know, treated in respect of their connection to this issue, a hard drink kakra. Until Ankebeya aban ensheni na if there are names mentioned, and these are people serving in the various security agencies. They should find an alternative way. Civilians may not even know what is going on. Because it creates a certain impression, and media and Shadam Boy. Having said that, Mamembra nepotism, Chairman, nepotism is a very big issue in governance. And it's a conversation that ought to be had. Now, the question has always been time ben SAD Sankomwe. It is to that extent that me kase ni NDC 4 year, you know. Even though at the end of before they ended, they exceedingly partisan. But the conversation about parties I can say nepotism there, dear SAD Sankomono. But Koya NDC 4 fast, so no. Yes, say, or Moody ya manusem. And to that extent, we know more. My point of departure from Neomuya was when they began mentioning all kinds of names and attempting to say, this government is more nepotic than any other government in the history of the Fourth Republic. That is where I became a bit uncomfortable. But that conversation about nepotism there is a conversation that ought to be had. Because a idea equity good governance. And nepotism is a form of corruption. And we know the effects of corruption and so on and so forth. But a bit more until when the NDC raised this issue, now me feel say in a way a bit with a view to finding solution to that problem of nepotism. But let me say they had different reasons for doing that. But nevertheless, sound common there, we need to have that conversation. And I'm saying, say, first and foremost, what constitutes nepotism? I said to me, define my home. And nepotism, like I said elsewhere yesterday.
But is this a conversation we should be having?
No, it's a conversation that ought to be had, Chairman. I say this uncommon.
Okay.
But I say in such a way, say, enquire yet to say, yet the yamanyosem. That's the point I'm making. Now we start mentioning names of uncrophobia to the extent that even when your name resembles a certain name, you say, you know, now occupy a certain position, they say it is by reason of nepotism. As Anna, it makes the discussion a bit unwholesome. And I'm saying, sir, nepotism, idea, equity, good governance. And to that extent, it's a conversation we need to have. Now, what constitutes nepotism and how we can deal with it. And then Mika said, Anka NDC for Eddie, that issue be true, say yen komo. Because on the NDC, there were accusations of nepotism. A BSU, AC, and the MPP, which else you say is a big problem. Now, we should not just be interested in lamenting the problems. At some point, when I say to me, Drew and Pensubia, I say, okay, this is a problem. Is it
not because the Emmanuel Semintina Banasa?
And I say, many G say NDC for easy issue, no. But I felt uncomfortable when they strayed into the arena of needless partisan politics.
Tribalism, ethnocentrism.
I mean, and the same common. Emma Common Bayer, they defiled the conversation with the introduction of Sanuman. But nepotism ye problem because on the NDC you can say no and the MPP the accusation say ewo. Now Nyami can say Niedi can say to me define my what constitutes nepotism in a context. And Kahun say nepotism is a governance construct and your legal construct. I'll be to say fire mrasi this is what the nepotism is defined to be until mrano bechu nesanuman. It's just a governance construct. I used to say a good governance. And I say define my what should constitute nepotism in our context. Now secondly, so NDC focus say there should be legislation. You can't legislate against nepotism because for want of a better expression, it comes across as a somewhat nebulous concept because it was different dimensions. Until to me and enacting mrase some mra the kutia yabetimi the kwetia kita nepotism because it comes in different shapes and forms. But yabetimi at defining what it means or what it constitutes or what constitutes nepotism and no kwanya yabetimi afasu edi kutia. And I'm advocating more civil vigilance, more civil society participation in the in they can say exposing idea a constituting nepotism. The other issue is say Ebimo and MP before because nepotism the anka because Nkrofuna EU or mono.
How many are qualified?
I mean, Chairman, that is beside the point. And nepotism no me who say is in two strands. On the one hand, you have nepotism nipa sabi or shadanye qualified, but because of the association with obia or tuminti nipa na akonya position and atumi bia ensesonya. That's the one strand. The other strand is if simple the individuals are where you are mono, even if they are qualified, na abe bebria, that also can amount to nepotism. Until we need to define what this concept really means in our context. Until let me use this absurd example. For example, say my bear president. Now I decide to choose Mibusia for Nkwa to occupy certain positions, and truly speaking, Obe Aseso Mwa, you would find say they are qualified. At the end of the day, you would have only one segment of the population ruling this country. Until if you have a huge number of Obusia 4 and now Namfu 4 occupying certain positions simply because Ubeye appoint on Tina Omunyasa, it doesn't, regardless of whether they are competent or not, it amounts to nepotism. And like I said, nepotism is a governance construct. Until Kase, Omuya competent inti and Tiam Rabia until they can, they will be allowed Yenja Omunomunyejuma. Kahun say another person will come and say, Seminam for Mibusi and Fosu are equally qualified. Until there are two strands to it. On the one hand, you have people who are not properly qualified and yet are given positions because of the fact that Omubeng, Nipana or Kutatumino. And now ye young Krofu Bebri Bia we claim they are competent. But to the detriment of other segments of the population, and also can amount to nepotism. But sometimes one thing leads to the other, and me when say patronage way, and also can breed nepotism. Obi owa or ibusiani ube who started journey to become the president or whatever no. Nani pano ewo ho no obuwa. Enti as a reward for the contribution no, you decide so mami for position way emano. Enti we need to look at, you know, the fine balance between patronage and nepotism, because one breeds the other. Patronage in yet, and I quite say you will come to your culture ne dear if was to say nipa brain or buawa unye to me is also buanabi. And that conversation is what has led to this subculture of, you know, nepotic appointments since animal. Until a idea a hard is a conversation that ought to be had. But let's not dismiss it by saying, oh, okay, you must have for crown me a competent boni be in him. That is not also to say, Obi wo, there are some people, whether Sabi, a Mampenyi Akufado Netiso, and another Mampenyi, by virtue of a qualification, they could occupy any position.
Okay.
And wo, and this Ancrofono, na Mampenyi ko you or moi. I mean, I really don't see how that is nepotism. But I'm talking about a situation whereby, I mean, absent the president today, Anka Omuntimi Nyasa Tumino. And no, Mampenyi ko you or simply because Omu Bentia, it can be a problem. And like I said, we need to have a national conversation about this. Send Enquaya, I mean, send a bear, Enquaya to say, Abain Biaba, the one in opposition who says, oh, this government is guilty of nepotism. Now, Onusu Free Sunan, Niobe Banusu, we can't be moving about in circles.
That's a idea,
and governance, civil society organizations that are into governance, it's almost omobua. Na yen define what, you know, nepotism constitutes, the parameters and what have you. Because the idea ekutia good governance, and we need to have that conversation.
Atik.
This FM 104.3. Who to me, Taki?